Was the Star of Bethlehem an astronomical event? Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing a bright star that seems to guide you somewhere special. That's what the biblical account of the Star of Bethlehem describes. In the New Testament, it's said to have appeared around the time Jesus was born, guiding wise men from the east to find the new king. But was this star just a story, or could it have been a real celestial event? Many scholars believe it was an astronomical occurrence, though the exact nature remains uncertain. One popular idea is that the star was a planetary conjunction. Around 3 to 2 years before Jesus was born, Jupiter, often called the king planet, and the star Regulus, known as the king's star, lined up in the sky. This rare alignment would have been a big deal to ancient astrologers, especially the Magi, who studied the stars to interpret signs about kings and important events. Later, into BC, Jupiter and Venus appeared very close together, creating a bright, noticeable beacon in the sky. Such events could have been seen as signs of a new king's birth, fitting the biblical story. Another idea is that the star was a comet. Comets are bright objects with long tails that move slowly across the sky. Ancient Chinese records from around 5 BC mention a bright comet visible for weeks. Comets were often seen as omens or messages from the heavens, so it makes sense that a comet could have been seen as the guiding star for the Magi. Its slow movement might explain why the star seemed to stand over Bethlehem, as described in the Bible. Some have suggested the star was a nova or supernova, which are sudden bright explosions of stars. But there's no historical or astronomical evidence from other cultures that a supernova occurred at that time. This makes the nova or supernova explanation less likely. Other ideas like meteors or solar flares are generally ruled out because meteors are brief, and flares or other phenomena don't last long enough to match the biblical description. From a biblical point of view, the star is seen as a divine sign. It announced the birth of Jesus, the Messiah, fulfilling Old Testament prophecies about a new king rising in Israel. The fact that the Magi, who were Gentile astrologers, followed the star also shows that Jesus' birth was meant for everyone, not just the Jewish people. Looking at the story through science, many believe the star was probably a special astronomical event, like a planetary conjunction or a bright comet. These events would have been visible to ancient skywatchers and could have been interpreted as signs of something extraordinary. They connect the biblical story with real natural phenomena, showing how God might have used the created world to communicate important spiritual truths. In the end, while we can't say for sure what the star was, the strongest evidence points to it being a notable celestial event. Whether a planetary alignment or a comet, these phenomena could have been seen as divine signs, guiding wise men to find Jesus. Understanding this helps us see how Scripture and the natural world can work together to tell a powerful story about the birth of Jesus.